It is usually taking a second longer. I'm not sure what this is about, and I'm not sure what this is about, but this seems to happen every time when in the CTF when people are waiting.
Game over.
There we go. Good luck, good luck. Warm up mind games. I mean, if everybody is like doing this to begin and telling me like, come on, ready up already, I would wait an extra 20 seconds as well. I mean, all right. Sid is already picking off 3 kills down. Olin for the MP. Never played this. Looks great. Cassin's Corner. It is great. It is currently on sale on Steam and GOG for $2. And the community is providing a community patch. It's kept alive by the community, and that's why this is an official tournament. And, well, not sure if I can say official. It's a tournament. Not sure if I have to. All right. Okay, so I see. I believe they did this room strat yesterday as well, where they're basically trying to hold the line in this room. Oh, going for the sniper there. That is hold.
That room is very strong with the super health.
Yeah.
But you can very easily get trapped in it, especially if you didn't time the super health.
So far the times, I mean, I'm not sure how they do it, but they're doing a good job on the... Olin and Hugo yesterday at least did a very, very good job on timing at least the super health.
Yeah, the timing on the super health and the super armor is generally really easy because it's 60 seconds. So you just subtract 1 minute from your clock, and that's when it's up.
That was a kill. They basically just exchanged bullets just now. Both dying at the same time. This is not looking like too bad right now, I would say. It's a 9-12. And Hugo is doing what he does best. Absolutely popping everyone with a shotgun. Oh, amp. Oh. Hold being on amp. Not seeing Olin. And dying towards it. Dylan Dye saying Hugo is best at dying. That's unfair. That's unfair to say. Sid has as many deaths as Hugo at the moment, so I'm not sure I can agree. It just changed. But still. So, let's get a bit of a better run on this. So, we don't have the amp yet. We have a battle Hugo versus Sid. Hugo losing. Oh shit, I was a bit too overzealous with the mouse wheel there. Having a rocket blast, that is not doing much. Blue team with the shotgun now as well, and there goes Olin. Popped the same way by Sid. Sid keeping it under control with the AR now. And the rocket launcher, I think down the corridors, you really have to hit with the rocket through the body, I believe, through the hitbox to make a kill. Because otherwise, it's very easy to dodge, right? If you just...
It's a lot better if you aim at the floor underneath the player.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's sure. But if you're just shooting a rocket on, like, chest high through the corridor, it's relatively easy to dodge that by just running forward and dodging the rocket in itself. But, of course, if you go for the floor... the closing doors are not making spectate easy for me, so we just stay with hold for a second. They are kind of waiting. I believe they're waiting for the amp to respawn, but I think overall timing might be... And now Olin is definitely knows now that someone is waiting for the amp. He is not pushing for it. So Sid's position here is still very, very secure. Well, gets a shotgun shot there, gets a shotgun shot there. Still a lot of health, though. That only really nibbled a bit on the general. And tries to drop down. Olin gets killed by Sid. Does look a bit different due to ping, but... Oh! And it happens. We're doing shots, yes, Dad and I. Feel free to just hit him. No, I don't advertise drinking here. All right, we have a 22, I would say about 40. So now the score is actually going a bit more off. And this is Olin's and Hugo's map, which means next one is Mortal Coil, right? So that is the map pick for blue team, aka Cali boys. And that's their map. So I'm sure that's what they trained. So I am pretty sure.
Yeah. This is a map that they have played a lot, so they are very used to.
That's why
when this map got picked, Hold actually said good pick.
Yeah, that's why Hold said good pick. I wanted to just mention it, yes. So it really played into their cards. Oh boy. Wowie. Wowie. 25-52, so it looks closer to half the kills now. Olin definitely had a good start there with Hugo. And the amp gets picked up by Sid with the AR. The kill, it was made by Hold, though. Hold is like the second, third best player in the current active RF scene. Yeah, I heard about it. I heard about it. When I was talking about the tournament, there were a few names that were said, where people said, okay, if they play, they're basically winning. If they team up together, they're basically already won. So why even do a tournament if they're in? So yeah, I heard a few names already. Mine was not named, unfortunately, but it is what it is, you know. Give me a few more months. But yeah, so they're doing well to not just get absolutely stomped. Actually, I thought it would look much different. But again, I
was expecting this match to look a lot different too.
Like a slaughterhouse, basically.
Yes, to be frank. But no, they're putting up a really good fight here. Like, I'm very impressed.
Yeah, I was wondering, because it's very really tough to see the exact skill here that Hold is holding back. I did play against Sid, so at least CTF, so I know what there is in a 1v1 against him, what I can expect. But I was wondering if Sid and Hold for the first round right now maybe are a bit holding back, or are they warming up, or are they giving it their all? What would you say, Gooba?
I don't know. I think it might be a combination of the fact that, I mean, no secret, with the team name, they are in California. They said before the match that they had to win this for Governor Newsom, so that tells you something. But, you know, it is very early where they are, and I don't think they had a whole lot of time to practice before this because of how early it is. So I think they might just be a little rusty.
Yeah.
But either way, I'm very impressed with Red Team's performance here. you know, I'm not going to call it over yet because obviously there's still 1, maybe 2 maps left. But,
Yes.
you know, this map, I think it's pretty clear, is going to go toward the Cali boys.
Yeah.
But I was expecting it to not be near as close as
Yeah.
it is. So I'm impressed.
Yeah. Inthab also says Hugo needs to hear this. He's doing well. It's just we have to kind of acknowledge here that that everyone you see here today that is not from the absolute RF masterclass, that are the pros that have been playing this game for 10, 20 years now, that the people that are in here from my community have been playing this game for the better part of a month now, and they're trying to hit it up with the big boys, and I have to say, hats off. It's that's quite the feat. So yeah, we have to join for Mortal Coil now. There we go. Thank you very much, Kuba. Ooh. This game is also we have to mention that this game is older than the Swedish meatballs. So it's not older than both of them combined. But you know, they are younger than the release of this game.
Now, this map, just to give you a little tiny bit of background, this is because this is the first time this map's come up yet. This is a port from Quake 2.
Yeah,
it was designed as a 1v1 map, so it is going to be much more close quarters and probably a bit more of a slaughter.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say who's going to win, but I'm saying there's going to be a lot more action in this map because it's a lot smaller.
Lick said the same thing, that this is considered a 1v1. I am not 100% sure, but I think I know this map from Quake. But if you say Quake 2, then maybe I remember the wrong map. I feel like I remember this map, but that there is lava instead of the dirt in the middle.
Game over.
It's definitely possible.
But
I ported this map from Quake 2. It might have also been in Quake.
But then again, it looks like a typical Quake map, and there could be more. So I might just misremember the map. Inthal saying, I hope this doesn't dissuade anyone. I would love to have everyone who picked up the game more often. Yes, I think in general, I feel if stuff like this happens again in that capacity, hopefully more even, that we start scrims earlier, just really like sniffing out the teams a bit, like seeing what they're capable of, and that everybody gets the recommended amount of training in to at least know the maps. And let me quickly change to we're doing Mortal now. That everybody at least knows the map names and the basic structure of it. I kind of thought about maybe running like in the spectator mode and kind of explaining a bit where certain weapons and special items are, like super and so on. Not sure why I decided against it. Probably some reason. But yeah, in general, hey, everybody is welcome on the Friday, on the faction day, on the game nights, and it has been filling up on the game nights. I have to say that it's looking very, very good. The numbers. I'm not sure. Like, I don't really have a graph. Guba, maybe you can tell a bit more about that. But I feel like hitting, like the numbers are hitting very, very well right now.
Yeah, no, game night is very well attended these days. You know, it does, activity ebbs and flows a bit, for sure, especially in the summer months. You know, Red Faction historically has always been a bit less active in the summer, where I guess people can go out and do things.
Are they, though?
But, no, I mean, game night has been very well populated lately for many months now. Just in general, like, yeah, it's going pretty steady. We normally average, I mean, I don't have graphs, but like just based on observation, I mean, most of the time the server count is in the high 20s. So
yeah,
Yeah, it goes well.
Well, wait. Now that I have you here, like while the match is going, what's the process of you picking the map pool for the game night? Is that just a we'll see what's nice to have, or is there like a specific idea behind the how you put up the map pool for the game night? Because I've seen now some CTFs there, some King of the Hills, and you're mixing that into that. Is there like a specific thought process as to how that comes about?
It varies based on the event. I mean, a couple things I'll say. Like, it's very recent, with one of the more recent Alpine faction releases, that you can actually run multiple game types without having to restart the server. So up until then, which was only, I think, December or January, up until then, the events would always be just one game type. King Hill and all of the other game types outside of DM, TDM, and CTF were also introduced at the same time in December or January. So there are comparatively very few maps for those game modes, because the other game modes have existed for a quarter of a century and those have existed for 3 months. So that definitely plays into it a little bit. The actual maps, though, we generally try to run any new releases so that mappers know that, if they make a new map, it's going to get played, at least once. So we try to prioritize new releases.
Yeah.
Beyond that, it's based on user suggestions, a bit of randomness. I have a spreadsheet that I run a bit, and just a bit of curation to make sure that the maps that are played are ones that, at least for the most part, are known to play well. We want people to enjoy these events. It's a side effect that it's a good way for mappers to get exposure, but really the priority is making sure that the players enjoy the gameplay. So curate the experience based on that.
Yeah. Stuff with the game modes is crazy. That this is like 3 months old at this point. Like this is so recent. If you say the same.
It is.
That is.
And it opens a lot of doors that were closed before. It's something that I'm really happy to finally get working. It's something that we've wanted for a long time. And I also just noted in Thart's comment, I did actually forget to say, depending on the time of year, we do theme nights as well. Like Halloween, we'll run an event that's all Halloween-themed maps. And, the events around Christmas time, we'll do the same thing with winter and Christmas-themed maps. Summer, we tend to do, summer island maps, that sort of stuff. Just kind of a guideline, but yeah. And shout out to the Red Faction community. If anybody is interested in game night or Red Faction, feel free to drop by. We'd love to have you.
Yes. There should be. No, wait a minute. I have the Alpine link. That's for sure. I'll see that I.
Well, you can just link Alpine, because the link to the Discord is on the Alpine website.
Yeah, true. Yeah, so if somebody, maybe, I'm not sure if Ace is here or so, if you type in !Alpine, it should give you the link for Alpine Faction. Thank you so much for the follow, Mela Nubara. Thank you very much. There you go.
Yeah, so you need a copy of the game. Any copy of the game works. Retail. If you bought the game forever ago and you still have the ISOs sitting around somewhere, that works. You can buy it on Steam, buy it on GOG. Yeah. You can get the game in whatever way you want, as long as you have a copy of the game, install that patch, and join the Discord, and way to go.
Yeah. All right, so we're looking at a 29-78. It is not that problematic as Lick made it out to be when we started talking about Mortal Coil, but there is a trend seen here on this map. It is much more... I see now why he said that. That this is a 1v1 map and this could get a bit cluttered, and it's very, very close. But yeah. Still think it's a good pick. It still works in my opinion. Of course it's a bit cluttered, but hey, still it works.
And
Sorry.
the other thing that I think I'm noticing is that, you know, where it is such a compact map, all of the items are extremely important. Knowing how to run the armors is extremely important. Knowing where the weapons are is extremely important, which, to be frank, kind of gives the edge to more experienced Red Faction players because they're very used to this map. They're very used to the combat dynamics. Like, if you need to get from point A to point B, even just knowing how to move in the most optimal way, you know, it kind of gives the edge to people who are more experienced with the game, versus something that's a bit more open, like you know, Hangar 18 or something, where it's a lot less about positioning and a lot more about aim and like getting the super pickups and that sort of thing.
Gotcha.
It can also, I'm noticing actually just watching these guys run around, like it would be easy to get a little confused, lost. You know, there's so much coming at you.
Yes.
There's so many sound cues. There's so many people shooting at you from all different directions.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a lot to keep track of in this map for sure, and very, very quick decisions to be made.
Yeah. But I think, especially on that end, I feel it kind of works as a 2v2. Might work, again, if it is a 1v1 map, the playstyle would be a bit different since there's not that much sound around you unless someone is directly shooting at you. But there's a lot going on the map, so it's a bit of a stress test, I guess, for you if you want to have a lot of sounds around you. But yeah, there's always something going on. Like earlier we had like a 30-second of nothing on Hangar 18 on the first match because they were down and the other team was up. So unless like you're walking through that corridor downstairs and shoot the other team where they're waiting, here this seems to be much like you're a small few meters away from the immediate battle.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which means your teammate is not far away, which also means your enemy is not far away. And makes this more important, yeah. Okay, sit with explosive charges. Alright, last 10 seconds, guys. We have a 43 to 112.
4, 3, 2.
And that is Cali, boys, with the 1.
Very well played all around. I was very impressed with this matchup, I gotta say.
So there goes another in 2 instead of in 3, but yeah. Well done, everyone. Well done, Olin. Well done, Hugo. That was a huge fight you had to fight here. That's not the easiest matchup you got right out of the gate. Yeah, like considering who you were up against. Whew. So now is the question. We could do... So Cali Boys SMB is done. We could do Braveheart Teabags.
No, it's Cali Boys and Teabags.
Oh, shit.
And it's K2.
Yeah, I'm reading the... Yeah, I have to... Wait a minute. I'm just assuming it's...
Sorry. Braveheart, Cali Boys, Teabags, K2.
Yes. Okay, so are we watching K2 and... Then I think we're watching K2 versus Teabags first?
It's up to you. I can tell these guys that if you want to do that. Just because it has been... They've been waiting for a match, so it might make sense to give these guys a break.
Why have I already... There. Who turned my music off earlier? What is going on? There we go. Watch me do worse against them? Hey, we'll see. We'll see. I think whatever happened on Sid's kill, I'm not sure my camera got that. Because he said lol when something happened. I think I was on Hugo at that point. Yes,
Okay,
exactly, Hugo. And that's the most important thing. You tried, and I hope you guys had fun for that match. So let's get it back up. Let's get it back up. Can I message? Who am I messaging? I'm messaging Klaus.
No.
Yeah, Klaus and Cool and Lick and Space Ghost.
Still the number 2 server, right? We didn't switch.
Yeah, number two. Yeah.
All right.